The next topic, augmented reality, AR, and this is really how digital can help augment the physical world. Okay, so in this area, we're talking about the Vuforia product family. Okay, so the idea of augmented reality is to really help connect workers with critical information. Okay, so make sure that they're safe and compliant, maybe to help guide them through a task, help them visualize information, and really to interact with the system in context. So the idea is to provide that information digitally rather than paper-based information, which is often going to be hard to interpret. We've got a generation of users entering the workforce who have grown up digital natives. They're not interested in looking at a manual or a PDF on a screen. They want to see something that's a little bit more what they're used to dealing with. Okay, so this is where the Vuforia AR fits into this. So Vuforia, there's an enterprise suite of tools that cover this. So what I'm just going to do is just give you a quick little movie here to overview this, and then we can look at these a little bit more detail on some of the med dev options around this.
The future of work is evolving. The new normal is more virtual than ever before, demanding new methods of communication, instruction, and support for frontline workers. Augmented reality, AR, enables a better, faster, and more efficient means of transferring knowledge across the enterprise. PTC's Vuforia AR Enterprise Suite provides solutions for a variety of use cases and industry verticals, empowering frontline workers with the critical information they need to do their jobs, and helping customers embrace the shift to the new virtual ways of working. Vuforia Chalk makes over-the-shoulder remote collaboration and assistance easy, inside and outside of your organization. It combines live video, audio, and the ability for both participants to annotate their shared view. This means experts can provide precise instruction as effectively as if they were on site. Vuforia Expert Capture makes it easy to capture the tacit domain knowledge of experienced workers to create step-by-step instructions that can be scaled across the enterprise, quickly making the best practice of experts the standard practice for all employees. Vuforia Studio efficiently transforms existing 3D CAD, animated sequences, and IoT data into intuitive and interactive work and training instructions tailored to specific product configurations, boosting employee understanding, safety, and efficiency for complex tasks. Vuforia Engine delivers market-leading computer vision technology, helping developers around the world deliver unique, engaging, and highly memorable mobile experiences for virtually any use case, accelerating sales cycles, driving customer engagement, and differentiating products and brands. Vuforia AR, transforming the way industrial manufacturers empower frontline workers and drive business continuity.
All right, so that was just a little bit of an overview of the Vuforia Enterprise Suite. So just to summarize that, so I guess Engine over here on the right is really the technology that powers all of this stuff. Okay, so developers can use that to build their own AR apps from scratch, integrated into tools like Unity, where you might have your 3D models that you're doing fancy animations on, whatever that might be, but before it lets you take that and map that into the real world. Okay, so we've got Vuforia Chalk, which is real-time remote assistance and collaboration. So it's like you saw in the video, it's kind of like an annotated video call, lets you attach markers to the real world to help solve problems quickly with people based remotely. Okay. Vuforia Expert Capture is really around capturing work instructions, SOPs, and the like, and scaling them out to the organization. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit more detail because there's been some stuff, particularly around the med dev industry for expert capture in recent times. And then Vuforia Studio, which we've done a lot of work with our customer base, is really around taking that 3D CAD data, right, that might be stored and managed in Windchill, taking those viewables and using them to build interactive AR experiences overlaid in the real world. We also have the ability to connect into ThingWorks and also bring in IoT data from those devices and see that in context, okay? So there's a lot of options there on the AR side of things. So I guess to talk a little bit about expert capture. So expert capture is really, as I said, there's two areas. One is to capture expert knowledge, and use that to help author things like work instructions or SOPs. The other side as well is to create AI enhanced visual inspection procedures. So those of you who came to the Creo 10 launch would have seen us showed a little bit of an example of that with step check, as it's called. So we can actually train the system to say, this is a visual inspection, this is what's correct, this is what isn't correct. And then when a user is running through that inspection test procedure, the system will tell them based off basically machine learning to say this has been put together correctly or this hasn't, based on the visual things that it's seeing. Okay. So the way expert capture works, we have a digital capture, right? So we capture an expert basically doing what they would do. Okay, so that will show what they're doing, where to go, how to do it. Okay, so we can capture all of that inside the system. Okay, and then we can essentially author that out, publish that out to use for people to follow. And that's really what PC likes to call a digital mentor, right? So rather than having that sort of, one person walks around, another person just shadows them, which I can remember I did that during my vacation employment as a university engineering student many, many years ago. Right now we can have the expert catch what they're doing and scale that out to multiple people all around the world if need be, okay, as a digital library to provide them the instructions on what to do, okay? And that can be on mobile, tablet, or even eyewear devices, okay? So we can capture all of that. And then the idea is we can also record that and understand, who did it, when they did it, how long it took, what were the results of all of that as well. So there's a whole bunch of metrics and stuff we can gather for that, okay? All right, so actually we'll skip the movie. So one of the things that the recent additions on this is with expert capture is good manufacturing or GMP compliance now. Okay, so expert capture now supports, pardon me, process and quality standards required by GMP environments. Okay, whether it's FDA 21 CFR Part 11 or the EU GMP Annex Part 11. Okay, so basically because the way that we work in expert capture, we have to approve release procedures before they get published out to the community to use. We're also tracking the user, which version of a procedure they use, when they did it, all that kind of information. So it all meets the requirements for this. Okay. So there's also some options for validation as well, okay, if you want to move beyond that. But basically PDC is working with USDM Life Sciences. They've done a lot of work. They've also helped a lot of the Windchill side of things to basically make sure that expert capture will be compliant with GMP, okay? So if you're looking at rolling out more efficient SOPs within the factory and you need to have that compliance, then expert capture can meet those requirements. An example here, so Merck International, they actually gave a presentation on this at last year's LiveWorks event in Boston. I unfortunately didn't get to see this presentation, but you can see the results from them in terms of their productivity, massive reduction in subject matter expert time devoted to training, okay? So huge reductions in time per training cycle, much better first time rates, okay? And a big reduction in training costs and overheads as well, okay? So some real tangible benefits there, okay? So again, we've run webinars on V4 in the past, so again, go to our blog, which I'll show you at the end.